Hello, darlings. You're welcome to Z Star Africa, your home of sizzling drama recaps. Let's dive deep into the season finale of Advocate Anjali, a heart-stopping ending filled with love, heartbreak, shocking betrayals, and ultimate confrontations that will leave you breathless. From a joyful family reunion, to the shocking revelation of Anjali's pregnancy, to Chandraban and Yuvraj's ruthless attack, to the devastating accident that changes everything. This is the end of Aman and the last of Anjali. This is the tragic finale of Anjali and Aman, an unforgettable conclusion before the 20-year leap. You don't want to miss a single moment. Please like and turn on your notifications for more of your favorites. Let's dive in. It all begins with a fun challenge in the Rajput house. Anjali teases Raghav on his bold claim of the men cooking for the day. To prove they can do it, Raghav pushes Ganesh into joining the challenge, and Anjali watches with a smile as Ganesh confidently steps in. Raghav then gathers Ganesh, Abhay, Vaibhav, and Aman so they can finish cooking before Anjali returns. While they work, Anjali sings Ye Dil, and both families join in, creating a warm moment of singing, dancing, and unity. Later, everyone sits together for dinner. Raghav praises the food and asks Anjali to serve Ganesh. Ganesh says his daughter made the delicious meal, and Raghav gently says, "My daughter Anjali made it." Gaurav remembers his mother's dream of seeing the families united, and Sonia says Anjali fulfilled that dream. When Jeannie asks about her own praise, Gaurav calls her the family's Annapurna. Sapna proudly says her daughters will always protect the family. Aman sweetly adds that this is how all their family negativity will turn into sweetness. Meanwhile, in jail, Chandraban visits his son Yuvraj, who asks for updates. Chandraban informs him that Anjali has proven Raghav's innocence in court, earning Raghav's affection and becoming like a daughter to him. He laments their family's downfall, his lost election ticket, and the ruined lives of both his children, and blames the Rajputs and Anjali. Yuvraj demands bail and vows revenge. Chandraban agrees, declaring he will first destroy Anjali's busty, then take down the Rajputs and Anjali. At Anjali's colony, Bhajan arrives with demolition documents sponsored by Chandraban. As chaos erupts, Padma alerts Anjali, who, while at court, secures a stay order and rushes to the scene with Aman. Meanwhile, Ganesh and the Basti residents try to resist, but are overpowered as homes and shops are destroyed. Pankaj arrives and confronts Chandraban, who lies about having court orders. Ganesh pleads with Chandraban to stop, but he's ignored. Anjali arrives just in time, stopping Chandraban from attacking Ganesh. When she attempts to slap him, one of his goons intervenes, but Aman steps in to defend her. Pankaj warns Anjali not to interfere, claiming a court mandate. Anjali counters with her stay order and firmly demands Chandraban back off or face legal consequences. Chandraban threatens her, but ultimately retreats. The Basti residents erupt in celebration, hailing Anjali as their savior. They celebrate joyously after she secures a stay order to save their homes. Anjali and Aman join in the festive mood, dancing with everyone to the lively tune of AJ Ki Party Merry Taraf Se. However, the celebration takes a sudden turn when Anjali feels dizzy and collapses. A panicked Aman rushes her home and calls for a doctor. After examining her, the doctor shares the surprising news: Anjali is pregnant. While Sapna eagerly asks for clarification, the doctor confirms it, bringing immense joy to Aman and the entire family. Aman takes Anjali to his house, where his sisters Mehak and Sonali shower her with care and affection. Watching this, Jia is reminded of her own painful past with Abhay, who never accepted her as his wife. Later, Raghav brings food for Anjali. When Aman reaches to take the plate, Raghav instead feeds Anjali himself, a tender moment that touches both Anjali and Aman. Aman and Anjali later share a joyful dance, celebrating their happiness. Meanwhile, Chandraban receives a call informing him of Anjali's pregnancy, leaving both him and Yuvraj stunned. As time passes, Anjali's baby bump becomes visible, and she enjoys a peaceful, love-filled environment with Aman and his family. The Rajput family later celebrates her baby shower with great warmth. Simultaneously, Chandraban manages to secure Yuvraj's release from jail. On a doctor's appointment day, Aman and Anjali enjoy a joyful drive to the hospital, sharing tender moments. When tragedy strikes, a lorry crashes into their car, causing a devastating explosion. Yuvraj witnesses the blast from a distance and smirks, convinced his plan to eliminate them has succeeded. Raghav receives a call from the hospital and breaks down in tears. Summoning the family, he delivers the heartbreaking news. Aman is no more. Shocked and devastated, the Rajput family rushes to the hospital. Grief engulfs them as they see Aman's lifeless body. Raghav, inconsolable, mourns his son's loss while the family reminisces about happier times. Meanwhile, Sarika inquires about Anjali and learns she is in a coma. As the colony members arrive, Ganesh and Sapna are informed of Aman's death. Sapna is allowed to see the baby and holds the infant in tears. Yuvraj, still scheming, instructs a compounder to kill the baby and informs his father of Aman's death and Anjali's condition, unaware that Ganesh overhears him. Back in the hospital, Sarika announces Anjali's critical state. Overwhelmed by grief and anger, Raghav lashes out, declaring Anjali inauspicious and vowing never to see her again. When Gaurav asks about the baby, Raghav, consumed by grief, coldly responds that he doesn't even want to see the baby's face. He declares the child will not be welcomed into their home. If she dies, so be it, and if she survives, she should be sent to an orphanage. He adds that for him, Anjali, Ganesh, Sapna, and the baby all died with his son Aman. Raghav breaks down in tears as Gaurav tries to comfort him. Meanwhile, one of Yuvraj's goons visits the hospital, posing as the baby's uncle and asking the nurse for information. The nurse lies, saying the baby is dead. The goon informs Yuvraj, who celebrates, believing he has finally crushed advocate Anjali Awasthi. In reality, Ganesh thanks the nurse for saving the baby and begs her to keep the truth hidden. She agrees. Ganesh urges Sapna to leave the hospital with the baby and never reveal she's alive. When Sapna questions him, Ganesh warns that Chandraban and Yuvraj would kill the child, calling them monsters. Sapna quietly leaves with the baby. Later, Ganesh approaches Raghav with folded hands, but Raghav, recalling Aman's lifeless body, reacts with rage. He blames Ganesh's daughter Anjali for Aman's death and curses her, saying she will never be able to rise again. Just then, Aman's body is brought out on a stretcher. Ganesh breaks down, remembering his bond with Aman, but when he tries to go near, Abhay and Vaibhav stop him and throw him out of the hospital. As Ganesh lies helpless on the ground, the nurse tries to assist, but Abhay warns him never to return or face the consequences. Ganesh walks away silently. The Rajput family takes Aman's body home. A heart-wrenching montage follows, recalling Aman and Anjali's moments together, now shattered by Yuvraj's brutal plan. At the Rajput mansion, the family gathers around Aman's photo, consumed by sorrow. Raghav, shattered, silently questions why his son was taken from him. Abhay and Vaibhav urge him to stay strong, but Raghav snaps, asking how he can when his child is gone. Mehak announces Ganesh's arrival, igniting Raghav's fury. He had banned Ganesh from their home, blaming him and his daughter Anjali for Aman's death. Raghav orders Abhay and Vaibhav to punish Ganesh brutally. In a heated confrontation, Ganesh pleads for mercy, revealing Anjali is in a catatonic state after her trauma. Raghav cruelly declares it would have been better if she had died and callously dismisses her newborn as dead to them. When Ganesh begs for shelter for Anjali, Raghav coldly refuses. Vaibhav and Abhay violently attack Ganesh, warning him never to return. Later, Sapna tends to Ganesh's wounds as he recounts the Rajputs' brutality. She reminds him of their secret. Arti, Anjali's surviving child, and warns that if their enemies discover her, she'll be in danger. They vow to protect her, raising her in secrecy. 20 years later, the past's shadows linger as Sapna and Ganesh prepare for Artie's marriage proposal, portraying her as gentle and obedient. But the truth is far different. Artie is fearless, storming onto the road to confront a reckless truck driver, proving she's no fragile bride, but a force to be reckoned with. The legacy of vengeance and hidden strength lives on. That's a wrap, fams. See you in the next. Much love.